sure.
Why is it
What?
when people are around you, they start talking like you? All your friends, as soon as you're around, they say, you know who's coming over is Buddy Hackett. All of a sudden.
See, I don't talk that way. I'm talking like them.
Isn't it true, though?
Did you ever hear that story? That the guy walk into the bar and he talk like this? Did I ever tell you that?
No,
story?
I don't think so.
The guy walk into the bar, he talk like this. He said to the bartender, how much is a vodka soda? Bartender said $7. Bartender had a hunchback.
Oh.
He says, $7 for vodka soda? How much is that? And water. He says, $7. He said, ten. How much is a bottle of beer? He said, $5. He said, what? Just give me a bottle of beer. Bartender give him a bottle of beer. He says to the bartender, I want to thank you for not making fun of the way I speak. The bartender said, I want to thank you for not mentioning my hunch. He says, is that a hunch? He says, yeah. He said, everything is so high in here, I thought it was your... What? Understand, John, that I had no intention of saying that, but when you start telling me about voice, it triggers me into that. Excuse me, Fred, I apologize. Excuse me, whoever's in charge of that, but the things I hear on television, everybody's allowed to say who's new. But old guys like me, who's supposed to know better, ain't allowed to say it no more.
Do you know one channel here in town plays movies now? I think it's Channel 5.
Yeah?
With the original language in the picture. In Los Angeles.
I never made a picture like that.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest. I think they did Patton the other night, where they leave in the language. Because it really, in certain pictures,
it's very
is
vital.
not gratuitous. And, you know, Patton didn't say, gee whiz, let's take the beachhead.
Yeah. And in this joke, it's hard to say, no, Ken, everything is so high in here, I thought it was your haircut.
That's right.
You can't say that. It don't work out.
Yeah. Haircut.
So
how you been feeling? You looking good?
I feel good.
Yeah.
But there's age approaches.
Oh, come on now.
Well, I went the other day to the lawyer. And we reviewed our will. That ain't a happy moment, you know. You're sitting there, and the lawyer said, well, there's some new laws here we think we ought to discuss. Well, I'm thinking like this, I'm going to be dead, what I care, you know, let him discuss it. And he's saying, would you want to be on life support system? Well, not while we're discussing a will, I don't. You know, that's a new thing you have to, if there's ever comes to a time when you have to be on life support. I said, no, I don't want to be on no life support. If I can't dance to the music, I don't want to even know it's playing, right?
You want...
I don't want to be there, you know? So...
Good, that's good.
Now, Sherry's 11 years younger than me. She says like this, she wants to talk about donating her organs.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, well, I'd like to get some of them.
No.
Well, I mean, so anyway...
I hope so.
Now, she's saying, what about... She said she don't want to donate them to, for them to fool around with them, you know what I mean? For research.
Right.
She don't want them for research. She wants them, if they're good, she'll donate them. You know, Jewish law, you're not allowed to desecrate the body. You got to return it the way it is, right?
Right.
But if it could do somebody good, I said to Sharon, you're 50 years old. You're going to live another 30 years.
Right. Nobody's
going to want 80-year-old eyes, you know, like me. Suppose I donate my heart.
Would you do that?
I would, but if I forget to give him that bottle of pills I take every morning, that guy...
Okay. Well... I tell you what. We've talked long enough. Now it's time to play You Bet Your Life. No,
Well, wait a minute. I got more things.
I know you do, but I got to stop here.
What about my eyes? If I don't get it with murine, you're locked in like this. My liver could go direct to Ed, but it couldn't go to a guy. I mean, his body would never know the difference.
His body would not reject your liver.
No, it would say, hello, my friend.
Hello. Okay, I've got to do this commercial first.
I don't even...
Oh, no, before we do that, we have Mr. Kennedy. If I can lift it...
If I can lift it, I can eat it.
All right, here's Mr... Here we go, folks. folks, for more of it. Welcome back. I'm not talking like him. He's talking like me.
We were talking about donating organs to science or to somebody after you pass away.
Well, there's some people that don't have the same organs everybody has. For instance, a guy goes to the doctor. And he says, "Hey, I've been talking this way all my life. I want to talk like a regular person." The doctor said, "I have your file here, and having examined you, the only difference between you and other people is that you have been more sexually endowed than most people in the sense that in some place where you should have 2, you have 4. In other words, you can get a free pass to first base, is what the doctor said. So now the guy says, "Mom, I really want to talk regular." The doctor said, "We can perform an operation and reduce you to normalcy, and perhaps that will affect your voice." So the guy says, "Okay." So after the operation, a few weeks pass, and the patient comes back. He says, "Doc, I'm talking normally, but things are not exactly the way they were, and I prefer to have things put back the way they were." And the doctor said, "That's impossible. Those are things destroyed."
No, we just can't do that.
Well, I know that story.
I've never heard that story.
Well, then you didn't know Irene Dunn.
Whatever that means.
She told it to me.
Oh, that's a funny story.
You ever heard that?
I hadn't heard
You
that.
ever hear about the musician that woke up with a terrible hangover?
No, but I think I'm going to. Go ahead.
Well, he had this terrible, terrible hangover. And, well, before I tell you that, I ought to tell you one I can get away with.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy is praying in a temple. Nice little Jewish man. He says, "God, please, now as a lottery is legal, the lottery is legal. Let me win the lottery. I all my life prayed to you. I never asked for nothing. I don't want for me. But it's a boy was born with a club foot, and he don't play good, and he's now 10 years old, and the other children's different. And the doctor said he could operate. He'll have a slight limp. He'll be able. Please, God, for that child, I want to win the lottery. Could you help?" He says, "There's other people down the block in the aerospace." I don't know what's aerospace. It's not Jewish people, but that's all right, doctor. It's nice Christian people. They go in church. They have nice children. They're losing the house. Could I have win the lottery? I'll pay them the mortgage. Whatever will be left, I'll give to a charity. Comes back the next week to the temple. "God, I don't want to bother you. I was here last week." And the voice says, "Sir." He said, "Who's that?" "It is I, the Lord God." He said, "Did I ask for too much?" He said, "No, but when you ask to win the lottery, you have to do your share." "What?" "You have to buy a ticket." So, this guy wakes up with a terrible hangover. Musician. This is my crowd. They don't want that, what you can get away with.
But first,
But first what?
I gotta do this.
Every want I get hot, you have to sell something. John, I need this to make a living. I sold my car. I had a few paintings I had to sell just to get by for bread. Modigliani.
We got time for one more?
Yeah.
Well,
Go and come back.
all right.
all
But
right.
first, you mean?
Yeah.
But
If
first,
he can lift it,
if I could lift it, I could
he
eat
can
it.
balance
I don't
it.
know.
Ed
Oh,
Kennedy.
the guy again.
Yeah, he's got one thing here. Okay, we are back.
Let me say something.
What? No, go ahead and say something. Then I'll bring Allie up.
No, I want to say something.
Okay.
Okay. I really can't tell you any more stories because there's a beautiful girl waiting to come out. And I don't want to, no, it's not fair. She's young, she has a whole establishment to make, and it's her time, and it's my time to move over and come back and tell you the story next time.
Isn't that sweet? Yeah. That's very sweet. No, that's very nice. Of course, she is...
No. All your friends, as soon as you're around, they say, you know who's coming over is Buddy Hackett. All of a sudden.
See, I don't talk that way. I'm talking like them.
Isn't it true, though?
Did you ever hear that story? That the guy walked into the bar and he talked like this? Did I ever tell you that
No,
story?
I don't think so.
The guy walked into the bar, he talked like this. He said to the bartender, how much is a vodka soda? Bartender said $7. Bartender had a hunchback.
Oh.
He says, $7 for vodka soda? How much is that? And water. He says, $7. He said, dun. How much is a bottle of beer? He said, $5. He said...
Why is it
What?
when people are around you, they start talking like you?
Yeah, what? Now, you gotta understand, John, that I had no intention of saying that, but when you start, just give me a bottle of beer. Bartender, give me a bottle of beer. He says to the bartender, I want to thank you for not making fun of the way I speak. The bartender says, I want to thank you for not mentioning my hunch. He says, is that a hunch? He says, yeah. He said, everything is so high in here, I thought it was...